So the new MetaQuest HDMI Link app is really cool, but after a few days of use, fighting with wires and going crazy with adapters, I started to ask myself, there just has to be an easier way to beam screens into the Quest without the need for wires, and let's just say I found a really cool way to do it all wireless with casting and AirPlay. Let's get into it right now. Okay, so now that we are inside the headset, I want to make this pretty clear. If you have not already done the steps in this video, how to install any Android app on Quest 3, no PC required, there's a video link in description as well as this top right hand corner. You want to click on that video and watch that video before you follow the next steps, because that video is going to tell you everything you need to know about mobile VR station and how to install APKs like APK Pure, which is what we're going to be using to get our new AirPlay and casting application on the Quest 3. So if you've already got those steps completed, then you have basically everything you need. You don't need to open up mobile VR station. You don't need to be worried about YouTube. You only need to be concerned about APK Pure, and that's what we're going to go over right now. Alright, so now that we are back in APK Pure, what we're going to want to do is we're going to type into here, we're going to do AirPin. That's the name of the application we want to search for, AirPin. We want to do the standard version here. We're going to go hit install. Alright, so now we want to install this here, so we're going to hit install and let it actually go through the installation. Once again, AirPin is going to allow us to have casting abilities as well as AirPlay abilities built into the Quest, so you no longer even have to use technically the HDMI link for something like bringing in an iPad or an iPhone. You can do that wirelessly anywhere you are as long as you have an internet connection and both are connected to the same internet. You want to hit done here, and then what we want to do is actually find it in our download. So we want to make sure that we can see that it is installed. So let's go find all of our installed apps. We can actually hit open from right here, and once we open the application, we should be able to be met with this screen. Okay, so we may have to give the app some permission here, so we're going to hit confirm. If the screen goes away, you're basically just going to turn on the option for it to be able to display over other apps. So we're going to hit on AirPin and we're going to hit turn on. Once again, it's going to say allow display over other apps. You're going to click on AirPin and then turn it on, so that way it actually is functioning, and then we can go back to the screen and we should be good to go to use AirPlay. So now let's go ahead and test this thing out. Alright, so I'm going to be showing you on the right hand side here what it looks like on my phone to connect. We're going to see how fast it goes. I'm going to look a little down here so you can see my head go down just a tad bit. We're going to go right in here to choose this particular TV, and voila, we are on the Quest. Now you see it has an ad. It's going to be up there for a few seconds, but look, I'm able to now function. I should be able to go into a game. Let's see something like I think they showed Jetpack Joyride. Let's do Jetpack Joy. There we go. So I started my test by playing some Jetpack Joyride on my iPhone, and as you can see, there was virtually no lag, which makes me so happy because moving from HDMI link to AirPlay or casting made me think it would not function as well, but to my surprise, it worked great. Now warning here, you do need to have a great connection to your wireless router on both your Quest and the device that you're casting from, otherwise your experience won't be as smooth. I was even watching YouTube videos while scrolling my Instagram feed, once again all wireless while in headset. It's just insane that this works so good. Next up, I jumped onto the iPad to play a little bit of NBA 2K24 Arcade Edition, and the gameplay was just as smooth. I was using a PlayStation 5 controller, and as you can see here, everything worked properly. Here I am playing one of my favorite beat 'em ups, and you really want to have great controller connection on these types of games, and as you can see, the button mashing is almost 1-to-1, and that's what you want to have, and I literally had no issues playing the game wirelessly through AirPlay. Next up, I jumped on the Android side just to make sure that it worked properly. I even plugged in via USB a keyboard and mouse to see if I can use it in this format. Now I will say I couldn't get Samsung DeX to work this way, but I was able to mirror the phone screen through this method. You will need to download AirPin Cast on the Google Play Store on your Android phone or tablet to be able to cast or mirror your display to the AirPin app. But once you have it, you're going to be good to go. Now add AirPlay functionality in with seamless multitasking and you completely changed the game. Here I am talking to my bro Hardy West on FaceTime via AirPlay into the headset while also exploring his world, Hardy World Space, in Horizon Worlds. I also went to go see what was happening in Horizon Central as well while we continued our conversation. Like, y'all, this setup is just amazing and you can just about do anything you want with this. Alright, so one more quick tip here. You'll notice that in your notifications you'll see AirPlay DLNA cast services is running. That's going to always be running when the application is started on your device. So there's not a real easy way to stop it, but I will give you this cool note. I didn't notice any performance issues or problems, but I will tell you this: if you don't want AirPlay or casting to start out on your device when you first boot it up, you're going to want to make sure that you come in here and turn off automatically launch on system startup. You see and notice I have it turned off because I only want this to function when I actually want it turned on. And you also see that you could change the device name. Right now mine's just ATV, but I could change this to my Quest 3 so that it's easier to find in my list on my devices. But yeah, that's just some quick tips on how to make sure you get the best options out of AirPin. Well, there you have it, folks. That's how you can beam some really cool screens into your MetaQuest 3, MetaQuest 2, or MetaQuest Pro, all wireless with AirPlay and casting via the AirPin app. Listen, the only thing that can make this better is that maybe Meta could build this into its platform to allow wireless casting on the device automatically. That would just change the game, but until then, we have AirPin that we can install. This truly does unlock a whole new potential for the Quest platform. You know what else has a lot of potential? You know what else you should continue to check out? This channel. So why don't you subscribe? Why don't you hit the thumbs up? Why don't you comment below letting us know how much you enjoyed this content and hitting that bell notification so you can know the next time a video comes, because I promise you we got a lot more content coming real soon. It's your boy JDun, and I'll see you next time. Peace.